Kick it with the come down. It's really hot outside. I think I need to sit down. If nobody's told you yet that it's summertime and it's hot out, here it is. You just gotta make sure you're all sunscreened up before you do a book reading. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Paris Reads the Hypernova series, Mystery of Planet Creyenia. If you like what you're hearing, please follow the links below to purchase my novel. It would mean the world to me. Okay guys, so we've only got a little bit of time to read this before I go to work, and I figured that we might as well get into the bulk of the action. We are on chapter 4, I believe, and this chapter is titled Another Alien Tries to Eat My Face. Very relatable. No. It literally hits me. The incoming attacker rams against my suit, sending me into a spiral. My stomach does a 180 as I flip head over heels. The connector reaches the end of its length, recoiling like a bungee cord. I'm flung through the dark void of space, feeling like Tarzan swinging on a vine. Except there's no trees or gorillas, and I'm screaming like a little girl. Smashing into the underside of the ship, white sparks dance across my vision. Trying my best to piece together what just walloped me in the chest. The answer comes crawling across the underbelly of the ship, swinging its twin tails in excitement. Another one? What am I, some sort of alien magnet? The spawn opens its mouth, aiming its fangs in my direction, scurrying towards me. Ron? Help! The ship trembles, my connector tugs. Whatever my brother is trying to do, he'll be too late. No. This is not the time to rely on Ron. The spawn lunges. With my feet against Ionia's belly, I use the connector, twisting my body as I kick off as hard as I can. Its momentum causes the spawn to brush past my shoulder. My own momentum propels me to the end of the tether, and the recoil swings me back towards Ionia. Ron is talking urgently to Eon's AI, and like a fish at the end of a hook, I'm reeled towards him. "Get in! Quickly!" he shouts. What does it look like I'm doing? Having a tea party? I pass the barrier, my feet hitting the ship's floor as gravity returns to normal. Ron catches me. "You're gonna give me a heart attack," I yell at him. He grabs the Jericho watch, deactivating my suit. "A little adrenaline never killed anybody," he grins. I shake my head in disbelief. I'm nearly killed, and it amuses him. He slaps the watch on his wrist and then pulls out his gun, which immediately ripples with plasma energy up to the barrel. "Hey man, it's not my fault Spawn like you so much." He presses a button and the door begins to slide closed. A shout ripples through me. "Look out!" The monster has slithered through the crack in the closing door, headbutting Ron in the face. He's pinned against the nearest wall with the monster's paws crushing his chest. I hear his grunts over the rumble of the locking doors and the deactivating shields. Ron fires his gun into the monster's stomach. The bullet punches through the back of the spawn, whizzing past my face. I backpedal, losing my balance. Although clearly hurt, the spawn doesn't back down, rearing up on its hind legs, jaws snapping. Ron ducks. The spawn sinks its teeth into a collection of tubing. Barrel rolling, Ron aims and fires. The blast misses, exploding against the wall in a shower of sparks. The spawn kicks Ron in the face, and he slams into my chest as the world flips upside down. I witness his gun skid underneath the ladder. Ron and I roll. The spawn shakes itself, flashing its wicked fangs. Something glints under a bench. A wrench? Adrenaline pumping. I clutch the cold metal in my hand, aim, and throw. Clank. It strikes a Ferdier, and then rebounds, dropping to the floor. It says roar in all big quotation marks, but I'm not in the mood to do that. So, it roars. Power shifts to the spawn's haunches. I raise my arms, ready to be chewed up like a dog toy. I see Ron's rising concern. He shoves me out of the way. Rolling once more, we stand side by side. Now unarmed, he pushes me behind him. "Maybe now's a bad time to tell you I left my good weapons in the car." My eyes are drawn to the ladder. The locker. What? I have no time to explain. The spawn jumps at Ron. I squeeze out from behind him and rush to climb up the ladder. Behind me, the continued ruckus of their escalating battle continues. I need to move fast. Jumping into the main deck, I rush for the weapons locker. How the heck do I open this darn thing? Eon's voice echoes throughout the ship. "Access denied. Please use the retinal scanner." A clanking bang behind me startles me. I turn around to see Ron clambering up the ladder. The spawn's snarl sends shivers down my spine. Break it open! Ron yells. I ram my shoulder into the glass, but it just cracks. I need something to wrap around my hand. Ron's wardrobe? I rip it open, pulling out a sweater which I fashion around my hand. I punch the glass. It explodes. I turn back to grin at Ron and almost choke. He's on his back, facing the spawn's gigantic head. He kicks it in the teeth, making a satisfying crack. It snaps at his foot in response. Light glints off metal in the locker. I clench my fist, gripping a random weapon with my sweaty hand and tossing it at Ron. My brother catches the now visible blaster like a pro, aiming through the scope at the monster. Headshot, sucker. Bam! The spawn's head splits. It howls before exploding into a ball of mist, evaporating completely. I stand stiff as a statue, my labored breathing cramping my chest. Ron glances my way. He raises an eyebrow. 2 spawn attacks in one day? You're a magnet for trouble. That's what I was thinking, I agree. We're both breathing heavily from the attack and collapse gratefully onto one of the sofas. Ron deactivates his gun, then turns to me, biting his lower lip. That was amazing work, by the way. Looks like you were made for this kind of thing. The ship falls quiet. He stares down at the floor, and a dozen conflicting thoughts run through my mind as he watches me. Is this the life that I want? I come to a quick decision. I agree. He breaks out a big grin. Yeah, exactly. Standing, he offers me his hand, hoisting me to my feet. So, when do I get to do that again? I ask. He snickers. Maybe not too soon. Ron, I'm sorry about the locker. Don't worry, bro. I'll clean up the mess. It's happened before. Now, time to get you back home. We clamber up to the flight deck and Ron instructs the AI. With Ionia cloaked, we make our way down to the Big Red Slide Park. The storm from earlier has passed. The sun begins to set as we land on the damp grass. Already, I miss the view from above. Ron turns to face me. All right, here's the game plan. Yes, coach? He grins. I'll meet you here tomorrow morning. Pack like you're going out for a sleepover. Some PJs, nice change of boxers will do. He crosses his arms in deep thought. Some lined paper too. A binder? Maybe a laptop? Do you have one of those? I do. Ron nods, seemingly satisfied, but then his shoulders tense, his arms dropping. One last thing. If you happen to change your mind, tell me tomorrow morning. Take tonight to think about it. I shake my head. I have made my decision, Ron. He nods, and then places his hand on my shoulders. He looks down at me, and I've never seen him look so serious. I know. Just, Finn, it's a whole new world. Being a Citadel member is hard work. We're going to be the only humans that they'll have recruited. It'll be up to us to represent our planet, in hopes of showing them what we're capable of. Don't agree to do this just to bring me home. I mean it. You won't make it if you're doing this for me, or Mom, or Dad. He crosses his arms. It's got to be about all of Earth, too. They'll be counting on us, whether they know it or not. He pauses for a moment, holding my eyes with his. Promise me you'll think about it? I nod. I will. Another drink break? My head is swimming with millions of thoughts as I make my way home. The first thing I do is doubt myself. Am I brave enough to become a Citadel member? Will I be smart enough? Can I become Earth's hope to move on into a new age? Then, the panic sets in. Ron will hate me if I abandon him. And what if Mom and Dad find out about the truth? Night envelops the cloudy sky. I shiver against the fall wind, wrapping my arms around my exposed skin. Even though Ron gave me new socks, my shoes are still wet, the fabric doing little to keep out the dampness. Focusing on the city helps calm my thoughts. I stare at the overhanging trees. Light posts guide my way down a silent street with secluded houses. Home comes into view in the distance. Dad's white Mercedes is parked in the driveway. I thought he wasn't returning for another week. Remembering my fight with Chad, I grimace. If there's anybody I don't want to get in trouble with, it's my father. With Mom, I can pass off her anger with a smile and an apology. No such thing with my dad. I open my backpack, pulling out my cold house key, slipping it into the lock, and opening the basement door. Maybe they went to bed early? The shuffling from the living room overhead tells me different. I close the door, sliding my shoes off like a ninja, managing to tiptoe across the carpet into the downstairs hall before my father's assertive voice calls out, "Finn Bates, upstairs, now." I turn back towards the stairs, climbing each step with growing anxiety. Mom and Dad are sitting on the long black leather couch. In front of them is a mahogany coffee table, littered with note-covered papers. Dad squints. His brown eyes are razor sharp behind his glasses. His short black hair is tousled. He's still wearing his work outfit, a clean, black dress shirt tucked into a pair of dress pants with a gold belt. He stands. Mom stares at me, 1,000 emotions racing across her face, which I cannot interpret. Mom's long black hair is tied in a ponytail. She's wearing her usual yellow sweater with blue jeans. Wrinkles have begun to form around her lips, gray hair sprouting up like shrubs around her hairline. Dad crosses his arms. "What are you wearing?" I glance down at the shirt Ron gave me. "I went to the thrift shop today." My voice wavers. Father shakes his head. "Your principal, Mrs. Malkin, called just as I got home. Told me you got in a fight with some boy named Chad Brunstick." "He was being a jerk, Dad. You don't understand." "Is he one of those bullies? I told you. They're bothering you because you make yourself a target." That's not true. Chad was talking about Ron again," I stammer. His name causes my pulse to quicken. "He's alive, Mom and Dad. He's on a ship right now at the Big Red Slide Park." "Right. If I said that, way to get myself locked up in the loony bin." Biting my tongue, I stare down at the floor. "It won't happen again, I promise." Dad snaps. "No, it won't. Because you won't be going back to that school after Christmas break." He makes it sound like a bad thing. "Yes, sir." I clench my fists open, then closed. He walks around the end of the couch to stand in front of me, face to face. "You have something on your mind, Finn? Say it." My annoyance erupts. "I'm surprised you're home is all. I didn't think you lived here anymore." His eyebrows crease. Harsh wrinkles form around his nose and lips. "I've been working a lot lately, Finn." His face flushes. "Unlike your mother, who enjoys staying at home crying with her head in a pillow." To my surprise, Mom doesn't say anything. I look over, wanting her to fight back, but she remains still, brushing tears from her eyes. "Don't say that about her," I say angrily. Father grits his teeth, but despite the warning signs, I press on. "It's not her fault Ron is gone. It's not her fault that you only come home once every 3 months to ridicule us." Dad's calm facade shatters. "Don't you dare speak to me like that. You two wouldn't have a roof over your head if it wasn't for me." I look back down at the papers on the coffee table. My eyes dart down to the floor, where a new travel bag is being packed. "Looks like you're not even going to stay around for dinner." He grabs me by the hem of my shirt. My heels lift from the floor. My breath catches. Mom launches to her feet. Her voice is soft and mellow, but with a sharp edge. "James, let him go. Finish is stressed right now with all his studies. Graduating early is a lot of pressure, right?" Her voice calms him a little. Although my father has never been one to lay hands on me, my stomach won't stop twisting. He knits his hands together. That's when, for a brief moment, I see an aging man before me, riddled with exhaustion. He unhands me. My wet socks slip as I stumble. Dad makes no move to assist me. "I leave tomorrow morning to catch my flight to Alberta." He walks back to the coffee table. "And yes, I won't be home for a few months. When I do come back, we can discuss your bursaries for university." I nod. To say anything more is pointless. Neither of us is willing to apologize. My eyes turn to Mother's, and she gives a soft smile, nodding. Guess it's time for me to leave. Overwhelmed, I go downstairs to my basement bedroom, opening the door, then slamming it behind me. My backpack drops onto the floor. I sit on my bed with my face in my hands. The sound of another argument between my parents erupts. It makes me sick to my stomach. The bruising on my back from when I slammed into Ionia during the spawn attack changes my focus. My shoulders are stiff, too. Rolling them, I attempt to massage the tender spots. My room isn't big. There's a desk in the corner with my computer tower, my wardrobe, and some posters of various quotes I moderately enjoy. Other than that, the room's blank. devoid of personality. I'm not going to be this person anymore. Through the ceiling, I hear Mother's desperate voice shout to Father something along the lines of, "Stay. What about Finn? If only. Please." This goes on for another few minutes. Meanwhile, I finish massaging my back, changing into a pair of sweatpants and throwing my brother's shirt near my backpack. Dad's feet stomp out of the living room to their bedroom. Everything is silent. Gritting my teeth, I roll my shoulders one last time. I open the closet, which is full of all of my old school memorabilia. What I'm searching for sits on top of an old science project. The waterproof duffel bag is old, but has a lot of storage space. In the bag go extra clothes. My laptop sits on the bed. Do I take it or not? Will the aliens have better computers? In the end, I grab the thing, stuffing it in the bag along with the charger. With Mom and Dad in their bedroom, I slip into my bathroom to grab a toothbrush. Gotta make sure I smell good when meeting all the aliens. Now that I'm ready, I tuck myself in bed, attempting to sleep, but my anxiousness is a bug that itches at my brain, making me toss and turn. A haunting cry echoes from the kitchen. Mom. Eventually, I fall asleep, wishing I was strong enough to go upstairs and hold her in my arms. That was a fun chapter to read, guys, not gonna lie. As always, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Hopefully I will be able to have one new chapter of my read series every week for you all to enjoy. Lots of love. Please stay awesome. And if you like anything about what I'm doing, just go ahead and let me know. It keeps me motivated. Lots of love. Bye.